Hello and welcome back to the Adrian Keita Journalist YouTube channel. This is an interview with Neal Bishop. It'll be just the Mansfield highlights. The whole video is on the Winning Mentality YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description to the whole video, and hopefully you enjoy this video and like and subscribe. Means a lot to the channel, and I'll see you soon.
So I'll pass it over to Mr. Adrian Keita, who has some questions from Mansfield fans, I believe.
Well, there's a few Mansfield groups that I've obviously posed a question to, and I've been given a few responses. I've got a question from Darren Shaw. The question is to you, Neal. What do you think went wrong at the start of the season, and why do you think you struggled for form?
I think what went wrong at the start. Look, I'm not one for pointing fingers or blaming people. I don't think that really gets you anywhere. It's always easy to be wise after the event. But at the time, I don't think pre-season was good enough. I don't think we were fit enough. We weren't in the right condition. I think there was still a hangover from the previous season. Maybe we didn't get enough fresh blood through the door to freshen it up, which I think we needed. And like I say, it was just, I don't think enough of the lads believed in the project and in what was going on. And I think it showed in our performances, which weren't anywhere near good enough myself, as much as anyone. So it was, believe me, it was disappointing. But I had spoke to people about it at the time. I didn't think it was. It's not very often. You usually at the end of every pre-season session, you come home and you're flat. You get on the sofa, you're knackered. I can't my legs the next morning. You're dragging yourself out of bed. It just didn't feel like we were doing enough work. I was coming home and doing extra bits myself to try and get somewhere near. But you can only do so much on your own. You need that match sharpness. You need that competition of training with your teammates. So it was. I think that's the basis for any good season, for any good squad. You've got to work yourself to a maximum, to be on your maximum, to push yourself to the limits in pre-season. And I don't think that was in place this year. And I think, like I say, physically, mentally, we weren't right, and it's caught up with us, and it's cost us this season.
100%. And just going back to last season, I've got a question from Mark Yates, and he says, what do you think went wrong at the end of last season?
I wish I knew. We were, look, there's no doubt about it, we should have got promoted. We should have been in the top three, and we should be in League One now. Like I say, without blame, I don't want to blame anyone. That comes down to us as players. We had more than enough opportunities. I think when you look at it, if we'd have beat either Oldham, Stevenage or MK Dons, we would have been up. And that's 3 games that I think we lost all 3, which is unacceptable in the position we were in. I don't know whether it was pressure. The team changed around a little bit. Too many lads hit form or a dip in the form at the wrong time. And obviously the manager paid the price for that at the end of the season. Obviously the playoffs. Again, we probably had after, I'd say, the second half of the game against Newport. Obviously I was injured, so I was watching it. We had enough chances in the extra time. Although we were probably lucky being 0-0 because they had plenty of chances in the first half, and then penalty shootouts a lottery. So look, it's massively disappointing, and like I say, I think we felt the effects of it going on this season. I mean, like I say, it wasn't just one kick in the teeth; it was probably 3 or 4, and I don't think we really got that out of the system early enough, and I think that cost us. I really do, and like I say, it's a shame that the manager had to lose his job because he was a good man, and I really liked him. But you know, that's football. If you don't succeed at your goals, people are going to lose their jobs.
100%. Martin Yates would like to ask, would you like to be part of Stags' coaching staff when you retire?
I'm currently doing my badges after my UEFA B licence. I was meant to be going to Northern Ireland this summer to finish my A licence, which is obviously the advanced one. Obviously with the current situation, that's been put on hold now. But yeah, once I get that there, then I'm basically fully qualified. Obviously, you're going to pro licence, but that's only for a certain select few. So it's something I'm certainly looking at. I don't know what the landscape's going to look like when this is all over. I think certainly clubs at our level will be cutting back on coaches and expenses and staff. So it's certainly all up in the air in a minute. But yeah, certainly for the last few years, it's something I've been working towards get my badges, so when I finish playing, they're in place. And whether it's, I'd like to be for the Stags. You know, I've really enjoyed my time there. There's some good people there who deserve success, and I'd like to help them achieve that. But but whether it's going to be possible when all this is over, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely something I'd like to do.
Just linking on to the coaching bit, John Bodycoat asks, how much longer do you think you'll be able to keep on playing, and what are your plans when you hang up your boots?
I don't know. I've never set a time, or I've just always thought I'd know when it was right. Like I said, I thought at the start of this season, I just didn't feel right. I think that again, I maybe thought that was me. Not, but like I said, the pre-season wasn't right, and the current manager come in and he gave us a mini pre-season. To be honest, it was very tough. But since he's come in, I felt a lot better. Distances in games and stuff, I felt stronger. We're doing nearly 3 sessions a day sometimes, so we're doing like a circuit in the morning, training, and then gym in the afternoon. So it's been good. It's been tough, but it's been good. It's been what we've needed. If you'd come in earlier, the situation might be a lot different. But yeah, I don't know. Well, look, I was going to wait till the end of the season and see how I felt. Again, everything's up in the air, unfortunately, at the minute, so we'll just have to play it by ear. But when I do eventually finish playing, then obviously coaching is a route I was wanting to go down.
100%. And Nathan and Paige Marples ask, do you think you'll be in the starting 11 next season?
I don't know. Again, I think that's probably one of the things I've always thrived on is competition for places, and maybe we didn't have enough of that throughout the whole squad this season. I think that's when you get the best out of each other. I said, when that gets the best out of me, when you're looking over your shoulder and people pushing you day in, day out for your players, people are really fighting Monday to Friday and training to take that jersey off you. That inter-squad competition, I think every good team needs it, and I don't think we've had enough of that. I believe no one should be guaranteed a starting place wherever you are. You should have to fight and push, improve your value and your worth to the team. But look, I don't know. I don't know whether I'll still be here next season, whether I'll still be playing next season. So it's a question I can't really answer. But again, like I say, my aim is just to play as many games as possible as it always has been, and like I say, that's never changed and never will.
100%. Steve Stevens asks, who's the best player you have played with and why?
Best player I played with? Oh, that's a difficult one off the top of my head. Probably the one who went to the highest. I've played with, obviously, Casper Schmeichel. He was at Ross County, fantastic goalkeeper. Matty Ritchie, who's went on to have a great career in the Premier League. Probably Lee Hughes, one of the best goal scorers I've played with. Just natural goal scorer. Barry Ferguson at Blackpool, fantastic midfielder. I was learning off him. Even when I was 31, 32, he's captain his country, captain Rangers, fantastic pro. He was a pleasure to play with. Tom Ince, and Ricardo Fuller, again, another good striker. Really good. And like I say, even at that age, you learn in training, you've got to get yourself right, because these lads, I wouldn't say they're not bastards, but they demand standards. And if you're not at them standards day in, day out, they'll let you know. It doesn't matter who you are. And like I say, even at that level, I think I took that with me when I left Blackpool, I went to Scunthorpe and Mansfield. Now, your standards day in, day out define who you are, define what you're going to do on Saturday, and need to be right. And if they're not right, you're going to get nowhere. So, yeah, them are the names that spring to mind who are the best players, and certainly some of the best pros I've had the pleasure to play with.
Les Kittle asks, does it bother you that some supporters are so negative about Mansfield players, you included, or does it bother about those that matter, so i.e. the manager?
I think I've let it go a bit. It did at the start, but that's life. There's negativity in not just football, in every walk of life, and the longer I've got on, you're not going to please everyone. So it's the same at every football club. Same in my club, I support Middlesbrough, and I see stuff about Woodgate and the chairman, and it's part of life, and you've got to learn to just ride with it. I suppose it can get on your nerves, especially when things aren't going right, and like you say, you can react adversely at times. But it's part of life and it's part of football. And like I say, you just need. I probably should take some of my own advice, but you just need at times just need to accept it. You're not going to say you ain't going to please everyone, you ain't going to make everyone happy, but as long as you're carrying out the job to your best ability, to your manager's instructions, helping your teammates, and if you can come off at the end of the pitch on a Saturday or a Tuesday night, whenever that is, then you should be happy with your work.
Kerry and Alfie would like to congratulate you on being an NHS volunteer, and obviously that awful ordeal that happened to your mum. They'd like to say thank you and everything that you've done to the club. So that was quite nice.
No, I appreciate I appreciate all the comments about me. My mum, she's fine. She's grand. She's back to work. But like I say, I've seen all of her wishes, and like I say, I appreciate every single one of them.
Also, we've got a few questions from another Stags group. Let me get it up if I can. Josh Asoro Pickering asks, what kind of thing do you advise on youngsters to do?
And footballing wise, I just to stick with it. Look, you get knockbacks, you will, but just enjoy it. I certainly at the younger ages. My little boy's 7 now, and he's playing. It's about enjoyment. I see it. I take my little boy down to his local football team, and it's grassroots. But then so many people come up to you and want to know about this, want to know about that, asking about academies, and I just tell everyone, enjoy it. Just enjoy football. Get as many touches of the ball as possible. I think if you look at it in the more ready, the European clubs especially, it's just about touches of the football. Even if it's just kicking the ball against a wall, just learning how to control it, passing, using different parts of foot, learning about your body. It's about enjoying it. At the end of the day, it's a sport, and it should be enjoyed. I think less than 5% actually become professional footballers in the top 4 tiers of the people who actually played. So don't be looking that far ahead. Just make sure they enjoy it, and like I say, that's the main thing for kids. I think if they're enjoying it, they'll learn more, and if they're learning more, then they'll progress quicker. So that's the only advice I give anyone.
All right, that's everything that I've got. Chris?
No problem.
I think that's a good way to finish. What a story that is. Thank you very much, Neal, for joining us on Winning Mentality. We really do appreciate it. And
No problem.
Yeah, I'm sure Adrian must have absolutely enjoyed that, being a big Mansfield fan himself.
Absolutely, was a pleasure.
No problem, mate. No problem.
And yeah, again, thank you very much, and we wish you the best of luck for everything you do as well. So that's enough for us at Winning Mentality. Thank you very much for watching. Check out our other previous interview with Jacob Mellis as well, and we will see you next time.